welcome back to Tops Web. This week we're going to cover off how to add a newsfeed into your site. And now newsfeeds are a great way to add changing content into your site and add rich content on the fly, dynamic changing content at that, from other websites. You might see this little icon. Let me see if I can blow that up for you. See? Okay, if you can see this little icon right there within a website, then there's an RSS feed in that website. Now this is a Firefox add-on, I think. It may be actually a part of Firefox. I can't remember. I know I added this to Chrome recently, so I'm not sure if it's native to Firefox, but that'll tell you that there is a feed on the site and you can pull it in. Now, what we're going to do is not only just subscribe to that news feed, we're going to pull that feed right into our site. So, the way we do that, and I just happen to be not in the right spot at the right time, but if you go to Components, go down to News Feeds, and the first thing we want to do is add a category. This is from your administrative console in Joomla. Now, everything requires a category, so we're just going to, what we're going to do is try to pull in the one from ESPN. I'm just going to name it ESPN. This is all subject to change depending on what else I can find. So, and I'm not going to add any text to that or anything. And we'll now go over here to the feeds, and we're going to call this ESPN, and we'll let the alias get filled out, and we'll choose the category, the one that we created, ESPN, and now we need a link. Now if I go to the RSS, I'm sorry, to the ESPN website under horse racing, now we can see that right here, the headlines. Now on most websites, depending on where you are, you're always going to find it right here at the bottom somewhere. Just look for that icon right there, and I'll blow it up there so you can see. Alright, that's what you're looking for. So if I were to hit that, I think all of your feeds. Complete list over here. Control F, horse. There we go. Horse racing headlines. And it took me right into the feed. Now, if you are just applying to a reader, I would hit subscribe now. But all I'm looking for is this link, because we're actually in the feed itself right here. And we'll hit copy. Bring it over here. Hit paste. And hit save. Okay, so now we have an ESPN feed in our site. Now we got to add it so that people can actually access it. So now we had the auto racing. I did have news feeds under the racing news. We're just going to add a sub menu in here. So we're going to hit new. And news feeds. We're going to do a single feed layout. And we're going to just call this ESPN. And we're going to make it a subcategory of racing news. I selected which feed category and feed name, both the same thing. And I'm going to hit apply. Now this is why I keep two browser windows tabs open, one with the site and one with the other, because now I can refresh the page. And I'm going to play with this menu so we get drop downs, but do sub menus and so forth that aren't set up. Oh, yeah, they are. Okay, well, here we are. So right now it's just giving me the headlines. I'd kind of like to see more than that. Trying to think where that is set up. Let's see. Feed description, item description, show. That seems like that's what it would be. Let's see if that works. There we go. Alright, it's got the number of tweets on there. Oh, cool. Alright, so there it gives you some headlines from ESPN, and this will change as it changes on ESPN's website. Now, one thing I wanted to add to this tutorial is, let's say you have a subject matter that doesn't have a news. You can't find a good news feed, and this is worth its weight in gold right here. Just go to google.com/news. And you can create your own news feed. In this case, I'm going to do horse racing. Or even better, let's do thorough. I probably should have come up with something that I could spell. Thoroughbred racing. So I'm now looking at news headlines with thoroughbred racing. Okay? So now what you can do is come down here and hit this RSS at the bottom, and it builds you a thoroughbred racing Google News RSS feed. You copy that link in this entire link in its entirety over there into your site, and boom, you have Google News. You have a RSS feed no matter what your subject matter is. It's a quick and dirty way of getting one if you can't find good sources. I had this with the auto racing one. So there you go. So good luck with your news feeds, and we'll talk to you soon. Please visit us at topsweb.com.